A very good evening. Welcome to the second edition of News Tonight. It's me, Michael Jordan Lukomwa, and we'll go straight to what we have for you tonight. President Yoweri Kaguta Museveni has concluded his three-day working tour of the Karamoja sub-region, urging local communities to prioritize education and agriculture as key cornerstones for the region's transformation and development. The president wrapped up his visit with a public gathering in Kotido district.
Members of the general public gathered in Kotido district on Thursday for the Wealth Creation Sub-Region public rally.
We thank you very, very much for nominating the committee led by the Vice President, Helen Seku, the Secretary General, Richard Todong, Honorable Dennis Obua, Madame Jane Bariche, and myself. We are grateful that we have moved and we are finishing Karamoja, which makes the 6 zones that we have done, and from here we're heading to Sebe.
The rally, convened by the President of Uganda, Yoweri Kaguta Museveni, was graced by, among others, Vice President retired Major Jessica Alupo and members of the cabinet, including several prominent ministers.
We have sunk billions of shillings in Kotido, but as we speak, every year the people of Kotido go to Agago, they go to Teso to look for water.
Your Excellency, I have already invited you to speak in Karamoja, but I know that you are still listening. Let us welcome His Excellency the President to address us.
I thank God for the work He has enabled NRM to do in Uganda, including Karamoja. In the 1996 elections, when I would be campaigning, you would get huge crowds in southern Uganda, Buganda, western, huge crowds. In Karamoja, they were supporting NRM 100%, but the people were few. When I would stand like this, there would be like 10 people deep. Now, these days, now that I have come, it is as if I am in western Uganda or Buganda or the heavily populated parts of Uganda.
The rally attracted communities from all the 9 districts of Karamoja sub-region, including Kotido, Moroto, Abim, Amdat, Nakapiripirit, and others. Having kicked off the sub-region tour on Tuesday this week, the president has been in the area to mobilize communities against poverty.
In all these years, we emphasize 2 words: wealth and jobs. In the case of Karamoja, you need health. And that's why we started with immunization.
In a brief and interpreted address to the people of Karamoja, the president reiterated that Karamoja must tackle the burden of water scarcity alongside providing free and affordable education.
After peace and health, what Karamoja and other parts of the cattle corridor needed most. I'm therefore very sorry to hear that some of the dams were sunk and don't have water. After you get water, then the next is education. And you know, our plan on education was free education for primary, secondary, and technical.
Museveni further noted that although other sectors of the economy, such as tourism, technology, and industrialization, are welcome in Karamoja's development, agriculture remains crucial as the foundation of the region's growth.
Factories are now coming to Karamoja. Factories are very good for Uganda, but I emphasize agriculture because this is where everybody can go. I want the Karamojong to sell milk to the workers there. I don't want the workers in the factory to drink the milk from Rwakitura. Those who want to eat pigs, they should eat your pigs.
The Kotido public rally marks the conclusion of the 3-day Wealth Creation tour of His Excellency President Yoweri Kaguta Museveni in the Karamoja sub-region. The president now takes a brief respite before his upcoming tour of the Sebe sub-region, expected early next week. Robert Anyango, UBC News.
Now, our crew in Kasese district, where the ministers for national guidance and trade are expected to hold a Thanksgiving ceremony to thank God for their appointments to serve in the cabinet. The president is expected to be the chief guest at Kaguta grounds, where the ceremony will be held. Ivan Kahwa reports that the president will commission the rehabilitation of the 32-kilometer road from Kikorongo to the border with Congo, and a road that has also been in a deplorable state.
On the 7th of December 2024, His Excellency Yoweri Kaguta Museveni shall be present in Kasese district to participate in a Thanksgiving ceremony for the State Minister for National Guidance, Honorable Godfrey Kabyanga Chime Baluku, and the State Minister for Trade, General Wilson Mbasumbadi. The ceremony shall be held in Nyakatonzi Parish, Chinyamaseke Town Council, at the Kaguta grounds named after Yoweri Kaguta Museveni.
Because of the promotions and appointments to being ministers, and before I became minister, I was the chief of defense forces.
Also, mainly to thank God for giving us life and for giving us President Museveni, for giving him wisdom, and for all the developments that he has really done in Kasese, ranging from security to infrastructure development.
Nyakatonzi is about promoting unity in diversity, so that we really promote politics of interest, as our president normally tells us, rather than politics of identity.
Preparations are currently underway, with hundreds of invited guests and the local community expected to attend the Thanksgiving ceremony. However, it shall not only be a Thanksgiving ceremony alone. The president is expected to commission the rehabilitation of the 32-kilometer road from Chikorongo to Mpondwe border post, which is essential for the transportation of goods, services and people.
So when it is reconstructed, business movement of people and goods will be faster, and that means turnaround, turnover increasing. And for the businessman, that's where profits come from. Profits don't come from high prices or what, they come from how many times you can move very fast. Sell, buy, sell, buy, sell, buy.
Kusavinga kasendi akote ba ntusohoza kuza mugara jo burikanye echa kabiri ntuziza kucenzeza hamazuta owo turi kukozesa no manya ko abantu kozesa amazuta okwewe no rabo mu ruguto rutari rurunji nuza kukozesa amazuta mingi kutira abara kuvugira mu ruguto rurunji.
Security is paramount. So the swiftness of the movement of mobility depends on the accessibility. So when the road is okay, of course, definitely to improve our mobility. Therefore, we shall move very well.
Weather Division is one of the areas in Kasese district that registered isolated incidents of insecurity, where the ADF allegedly attacked students at the Luweero Secondary School in Nyabugando and tourists, including Ugandan guides, in the Queen Elizabeth National Park. But the situation has since registered normalcy due to heightened security vigilance in collaboration with the local community.
We are on top of the situation. The security is very calm, and our people are doing normal businesses. So I want to assure you that we are up to the task, and with now the coming of our HE is paying us a courtesy here, and with the support, the institution we have increased, they have given us more manpower. But these motorcycles, they are here standby. When we get a call, before we send the vehicle, these motorcycles, they move. So in case they need more support, then the vehicle, we can use it. It will assess the need for the response.
Kasese is one amongst the fast-growing towns in Uganda, which has given it a new outlook. The road connectivity is top-notch. Businesses are thriving day and night. But to remind you, Kasese is also home to quite a number of tourism sites, including the signature mark, which is the highest point in Uganda. That is the Margarita Peak on Mountain Stanley. Ivan Kahwa, UBC News in Kasese district.
The Office of the Prime Minister has finalized a detailed plan to relocate all the landslide-prone and affected communities in Bulambuli district. During an interministerial meeting chaired by the Prime Minister Robin Nabanja, the Minister for Disaster Preparedness Hilary Onek outlined the detailed plan that government is holding.
The death toll of Bulambuli landslide still stands at 28 people as of today afternoon. The Prime Minister Robin Nabanja today informed an interministerial meeting that President Yoweri Museveni has already fulfilled his pledge of providing 5 million shillings to the families whose bodies were recovered.
So far he has supported us with support of 5 million per the dead, and 28 people or dead bodies have been supported. The families have been supported with 5 million each. And also we were told, or the record we had was like 23 people were injured, and he has also supported them with 1 million each. So I want to thank the President for his use of support.
During the meeting at her office in Kampala, the Minister for Disaster Preparedness and Refugees, Engineer Hilary Onek, outlined a detailed plan government will be following to ensure that the landslide affected people get decent and safer shelter.
So immediate is we evacuate all those landslide affected families within the immediate vicinity and the area around the landslide area. Evacuate those families straight to Bulambuli. Then we shall keep them in a tented accommodation for a maximum of 2 to 3 months.
In the plan, government is planning to purchase 10,000 acres of land on which they can settle over 4,000 households.
And we estimated that that land can easily accommodate over 4,000 families. Each family given 2 acres of land, so that it's no longer given 1 acre again another acre elsewhere for farming.
We are going to demarcate 2 acres. 2 acres, because then somebody can really do something tangible. I think we shall see how to gazette the roads properly. You give me my land 2 acres down.
Amount per household. Each household should be provided with a settlement package worth 10 million to cover initial relocation costs, logistics, and support help families establish their new homes and livelihoods. The plan will outline the key steps needed to successfully locate and settle affected families. It will focus on safety, community involvement, and sustainability, ensuring that the displaced population receive the necessary support to rebuild their lives. The plan will also emphasize immediate relief efforts, long-term development, and careful land management.
The Prime Minister has also directed the Uganda Wildlife Authority and the National Forest Authority to start on the process of degazetting land where people are being moved into a national park and a forest reserve.
Help Ministry of Tourism with a list, because for you don't have capacity. For them they have the wildlife police officers who are knowledgeable. We give them a list, they now start marking those houses danger. Otherwise they will look at us as jokers.
Luckily enough, we already have Mount Elgon Conservation Area which neighbors the areas, so we shall have an instrument as an annex presented to Parliament to add them to the Mount Elgon Conservation Area. So we shall follow all the processes to have the areas gazetted.
On Tuesday this week, the Permanent Secretary in the Ministry of Finance, Ramadhani Gobi, said he would have released 50 billion shillings towards disaster management in the office of the Prime Minister. They resolved to conduct a meeting of leaders in all districts of Bugisu and Sebe on Tuesday next week in Mbale City.
Procurement officers, district engineers, and environmental officers have been urged to support the National Oilseeds project, which aims at developing the oilseed value chain. Sendaula Yasin, the coordinator, National Oilseeds project emphasized that corruption often delays government programs and urged these officials to take a stand against the vice.
Officials from 81 districts have been tasked with supporting government programs and fighting corruption during the National Oilseeds Development Project. During a quality review meeting at Raider Hotel in Mukono, where procurement officers, district engineers, and environmental officers had convened to discuss the procurement process for the first 1,000 kilometers of access roads, Sendaula Yassin highlighted the need to eliminate corruption from government programs.
Corruption. Our corruption index as a country is high. But the goals of the project, they are very simple. We need to transform our rural areas.
Sendaula added that the project under the Ministry of Agriculture is aimed at accelerating the commercialization of key oilseed value chains, thereby improving the livelihoods and resilience of smallholders engaged in oilseed production.
So the purpose of this project is to make sure that farmers engage in enhanced production of sunflower, simsim, soybean and groundnuts for the purpose of getting vegetable oil. Now we hit two stones. One is that we save on the foreign exchange that we use to import oil, but at the same time also we help the farmers to enhance their incomes.
The project valued at $120 million is expected to enhance market access and boost financial income for farmers. However, some government officials raised concerns about the challenges they continue to face.
We have other activities in the office, so by the time you may receive the revisions, the comment from the project implementation committee team, you may have other activities that you have to handle in the office.
The project will benefit regions in West Nile, Northern Uganda, Eastern Uganda, and the Midwest, including Bunyoro and Buganda. Crispus Arinitwe, Chontawaire, Proscovia, UBC News.
Government has officially launched the Learning Through Play Community of Practice initiative aimed at improving the quality of education across the country. The initiative is designed to integrate play into education activities and seeks to foster creativity among pupils, especially in the early stages of their learning journey.
The Learning Through Play initiative expected to reshape the traditional learning model by emphasizing hands-on activities has been officially unveiled.
Instead of allowing them to naturally learn and innovate and grow, we cause them to sit down for hours on end, and then by the time we know it, they are doing what they don't enjoy, and then we throw pieces of chalk at them. Why can't you do arithmetic? He cannot. He would learn it better when he's with his friends. When they are jumping over these bricks, they count, they are counting.
During its launch, it was emphasized that raising awareness among the initiative's benefits is crucial for its success, highlighting that parents and stakeholders must be fully informed.
How deeply are you working with the Ministry of Gender, whose one of the key mandates is dealing with families and parents? So we need to look for those opportunities where we can network with people who are mandated to do things, but now go in to catalyze what they do.
The model of its implementation for success sparked a heated debate among civil society organizations and government officials advocating for quality education.
We need to put a lot of effort in what is benefiting the learner. But we all know that our work is very much donor directed. Where the donor wants to go is where we end up.
This is beyond the donor. We are looking at that model you are using.
The initiative's implementation aims to create an environment where children can learn, grow and thrive through interactive and enjoyable methods. Oko Joseph, UBC.
Sex workers have asked government and all HIV and AIDS fighting agencies to bring them into decision-making spaces because they are the most important stakeholders, and if not, Uganda's dream of ending HIV and AIDS by 2030 may remain a pipe dream. They revealed while celebrating World AIDS Day 2024, organized by the Alliance of Women Advocating for Change, held at their new offices along Mutesa 1 Road in Mengo.
9 years of age, HIV positive, joined the sex industry in 2002. She had just joined Senior 2 when her parents separated.
What made me join this business was when my parents separated. Then I was the elder to my brothers and the sisters, so I had nothing else apart from going on street to sell myself, to get to bring what to eat on table.
Being the eldest, she was left with no option apart from indulging in sex business to support her struggling family.
We had no option, so I couldn't leave my brothers and sisters suffer. I have to do that business.
Findings from the Crane survey conducted by Makerere University School of Public Health reveal a disproportionately high HIV prevalence among female sex workers to 55% in some areas, yet the national average is 5.8%. Judith, just like many of her colleagues, says sex workers' involvement in shaping discussions of anti-AIDS interventions are still very minimal, yet they are the most crucial stakeholders. They allege the proposed Sexual Offences Bill 2024 risks leaving people with HIV, such as sex workers, afraid to come forward for critical HIV services like HIV testing and treatment.
Now, when you go to a rural district or a rural area, it compromises you from actually accessing health services. And those are some of the cases that are going to surface because she's continuing engaging in sex work, going with different clients, but at the same time not getting the treatment.
They say habits like some men reluctant to use condoms are still exacerbating HIV cases, and also constant battles with law enforcers force many to take sex business into rural areas, hence spreading the business there.
With the current laws, many sex workers have chosen to go actually operating in the deep rural districts where they are running away from services.
More men, they don't want to use condoms. Even if you tell them that you put on a condom, they don't want. They say that we want to feel it free. We want to remain with zero balance to the money we've given you.
Advocates argue that decriminalizing or legalizing sex work can improve safety, reduce exploitation, and increase their access to critical health services.
People with biased minds always wake up and say, so-and-so attempted to transmit me with HIV. Or what's the level of bar you're going to use to judge an attempt to transmit HIV or an intentional transmission of HIV?
Crispus, Arenitwe, UBC News.
Makerere University School of Public Health, in partnership with other organizations, has conducted research on the opportunities for scaling up digital payments for health workers during large-scale health campaigns in sub-Saharan Africa.
Limited access to formal financial services such as banks in rural and remote areas is largely due to high transaction costs. However, the introduction of digital payments such as mobile money has significantly expanded access to financial services. It is against this backdrop that Makerere University School of Public Health, with funding from the Bill and Melinda Gates Foundation and the World Health Organization, has conducted research on the best ways to scale up digital payments to support health workers during health campaigns like immunization, mosquito net distributions, among others.
This digital payment is not a problem of the health sector. It's a problem of finance. So finance, if you can go and resolve all the things so that we are cashless, then we can do our programs better. That would be addressing the root causes, the interconnectivity. One of the things they are pushing for in many places is that small money is why they attract a withdrawal charge.
So having whatever system we have for our payments integrated with the national ID system in all the countries is very, very crucial, and has been important to make sure that we at least eliminate or try to reduce on information that may not be true. One of the things that is being done in most other countries is the ability for people to sign off and say, yes, I'm using Annette Kisache's ID, but I'm signing off electronically that this payment can proceed, and I own the fact that I have delegated the authority, or Annette has delegated me her ID, in the sense that I've signed off. So having that e-signature and digital approvals really incorporated into our system is very important.
It is noted that when optimally implemented, digital payments enhance performance, motivation and satisfaction among frontline campaign workers. Zahara Abigaba, UBC News.
Yes, and the National Union for Disabled Persons, Uganda, has asked government to work towards bridging all the barriers on access to inclusive health services in the country. During the symposium on inclusive health issues, like limited access to specialized services, limited number of neurosurgeons were cited as one of the barriers.
The health practitioners do not have a good attitude when they are serving us. Our disabilities are put first than our abilities.
Communication, limited access to specialized services for PWDs, limited number of neurosurgeons are some of the key health barriers to inclusive health access by PWDs in Uganda. Such inclusive health barriers, according to Nodipu, affect all persons living with disabilities, irrespective of the form of disability.
We do not have sign language interpreters in the hospitals. As a result of that, persons with hearing impairment struggle access or to get health services.
Even with increased awareness on disabilities, such barriers have accelerated unfairness and injustice among PWDs.
We also want to ensure that we have a situation where persons with disabilities are socially and economically empowered. But all this cannot be possible if the space is not fair, if the space is not just for persons with disabilities.
A call to action has been made on recommendations like early disability identification, provision of different beds for PWDs, reduction in the cost of assistive devices for persons living with disabilities.
For instance, we have a case of pregnant mothers who are of short stature. Climbing the bed itself is difficult. If he can climb, he will use the stomach, which stomach is carrying a baby.
I can walk to a hospital and all they think of who is the father of that child. Even you, as in, are you a full human being? Who is responsible for that? It's as if we are not supposed to have a right to family life, a right to be loved.
Article 25 of the Convention of the Rights of PWDs provides for the right to access of inclusive health. Persons living with disability want strategies developed to train specialized health workers to handle persons with disabilities, comprehensive rehabilitation services provided, and specialized health insurance for PWDs.
MACU, government committing the Global Disability Summit of 2022 on 27th February, that it shall equip the orthopedic workshops in the country by at least 40%. Today, we see no progress.
The symposium was attended by representatives of persons living with albinism, persons with dwarfism, visually impaired, and those with hydrocephalus, among others. Susan Naonga, reporting for EBC TV.
We thank you so much for watching. And moving on with more news, the Commissioner for Planning, Financing and Policy at the Ministry of Health, Dr. Sarah Biachika, has highlighted the importance of integration in the health care sector to achieve integrated, equitable and efficient health care services in Uganda. She was speaking at the annual symposium of Uganda Protestants Medical Bureau in Kampala.
Today in Kampala to address
health belongs to us. We determine our own health.
Focusing on improving healthcare services in Uganda, Uganda Protestants Medical Bureau has held its annual symposium today in Kampala to address how best to work for a better healthcare service in Uganda. Under a theme, reimagining an integrated, equitable and efficient healthcare in Uganda.
The Commissioner for Planning, Financing and Policy at the Ministry of Health, Dr. Sarah Biachika, has highlighted the importance of integration in the healthcare sector to achieve an integrated, equitable and efficient healthcare services in Uganda. She noted that a lot needs to be done to address the issues of inefficiency.
Awareness and education in our community, then we have a weak health system. By overcoming these challenges, it requires concerted effort from government, healthcare provider, civil society, NGOs like UPMB. And we appreciate so much UPMB for standing with us in the fight against NCDs. However, we have opportunities that we can stand on. We need to leverage technology and digital health system to save costs.
The Executive Director, UPMB, Dr. Tony Tumwesigye, appreciated the support from the Ministry of Health and other stakeholders in achieving integrated, equitable and efficient health care services. He highlighted a number of key areas that need to be focused on in order to achieve better service delivery.
The Ministry of Health, we also commend our health development partners who have supported UPMB throughout the year and have supported our programs and projects.
Dr. Tumwesigye also noted a number of improvement areas which include implementation of programs.
But one key issue that has come out strongly is that there is a need for us to integrate our programs so that they are focused on a patient. In other words, in a patient-centered manner. Has come out strongly is health financing, that we need to look at diversifying our resources.
Jane Nyiramdsha reporting for UBC.
There is only one rule you must follow in order to be a winner. Number one, defeat the undefeatable. You, step forward. I want you to box the air until it falls down. I'm not seeing it falling in. You see it falling in. Box, winning is hard, but with MTN Momo, it's easy. Simply pay or shop with Momo for a chance to win mobile money every day. Use the Momo app or dial *165*3#.
Do you need data collection services, data analysis and reporting, monitoring and evaluation systems? Then contact Mold Technologies, a professional research firm that has provided many organizations with timely research solutions for over 15 years. For more information, visit www.mt.co.ug or call us on 0704 913 399 or 0782 602 963. Visit our office in Kampala at Sayuni Complex in Tinda. Mood Technologies, your professional research firm.
To be a winner, you must have the discipline of a tiger. But when fueled with MTN Momo, winning is easy. Simply get your phone and use the Momo app or dial *165*3#, enter merchant code, enter amount, enter your Momo PIN, and pay. Congratulations! Your car is happy, and now you stand a chance to win mobile money with MTN Momo.
Thank you so much for watching and welcome back from the break. The Undersecretary Ministry of Finance, Dr. Sengonzi Edward Damulida, has urged parents to invest in education, emphasizing that it is the only equalizer for the future of their children. Dr. Damulida made the statement during the commemoration of 20 years of standardized school in Kapeka.
Whoever has this school will always be victorious.
As the school year calendar comes to a close for the long holidays, parents and guardians have been urged to be strict with their children, ensuring they remain focused on their studies. Dr. Sengonzi Edward Damulida, the Undersecretary for the Ministry of Finance and the chief guest at the event, stressed that parents should prioritize education as it is the key to success in the future.
Even us, people from this area, can study and become somebody. So we are really encouraging people parents to invest in education.
Kobusinje Fiona Mary, the principal officer in charge of monitoring and evaluation at the National Secretariat for Patriotism, also advised students of Standard High School Kapeka to aim high in their studies as they have the opportunity to benefit from the industrial park in Kapeka.
Utilize the time you have in this great institution and study hard, achieve academic excellence, make use of the industrial hub that is being created around you in Kapeka, and make sure that you're the ones that will be in charge of manufacturing the products for our economy tomorrow.
She further noted that the 20-year milestone is a testament to the commitment and hard work of the school's directors, urging students to make the most of their time at the school.
Patriots, you love your school first, so I urge you to protect your school and create a bigger name for your school for the next 20 years to come.
In an interview with the Vision Barriers, Ahimbi Siwes Livano, the chairperson of the PTA, Haji Hayamubiru Tomanya, shared their reflections on the journey of the past 20 years.
We thank General Sare, he helped us a lot in the initial stages. We really thank people who have been helping. There are many we thank them. It has not been easy.
I'm also grateful to General Sare having given out that land on which the Ocean Industrial Park is situated. That industrial park has contributed a lot to the development of this area.
The event also featured the commissioning of the new classroom blocks and the planting of trees by various dignitaries, including Professor Ogwao Patrick, Robert Katamba, and Tanaba.
The director, Kalume Foundation, Haji Major Abubeka Kalume, has urged residents of Luweero district and Ugandans to make routine health checks. Kalume made the call while opening a one-day health camp at Bukola Health Center 2 in Katikamu South constituency, Luweero district.
The retired army officer and educationist noted that the Kalume Foundation, in partnership with Direct Aid, is contributing to the President's manifesto goal of ensuring healthy care for all Ugandans.
Myself, that it's a passion to be with my people, to help people beyond. And this is what we are doing. We've done it as you've known. Indeed, it is true, as you have said, we have come out to do a lot of projects. And one of them is this. We have provided over 2,000 boreholes in the Katikamu South constituency. We have managed to provide around 7 schools to the community, not to ourselves, but to the community. We have done more and we shall continue to do.
Haj Major Kalume, who plans to contest for the Katikamu South parliamentary seat in 2026, appealed to voters to vote leaders committed to serving them even before they are elected. He also urged the voters of Katikamu South to vote based on candidates' ability to deliver on their promises rather than on religious, ethics or partisan lines.
There are no business of trials. They have tried people who say you vote me and I'm going to perform miracle. And they have not seen this miracle. I believe that people have known the right person they know the right leader.
Nambogo Margaret, a nursing officer at Bukolwa Health Center 2, suggested that healthy camps be organized twice a year at the facility to better serve the community.
The medical camp, in medical camps, there are various clinics which are brought in the medical camps. So whoever hears about the medical camp has to come to respond, because that person knows that his or her health needs has to be catered for.
Many of the individuals treated at the camp who received necessary medications at no cost expressed their gratitude for the service. Over 2,000 people who were treated at the one-day healthy camp, which cost 16 million shillings and included dental and eye clinics, among other services.
Now, Muslims have been encouraged to participate in the Quran recitation competitions at regional councils across the country to select the top competitors from the Uganda Muslim Supreme Council 50th anniversary celebrations. Winners at the regional council level will compete against each other to determine the finalists.
قالوا يا أبانا ما لك لا تأمنا على يوسف وإنا له لناصحون.
nga nebaza omutonzi okulabika nti emyaka gino 5 gye tumaze nga Supreme Council, nsaba Allah tutereme ebirungi, atwongere ebirungi, ate atwongere amaanyi tusobole okukulaakulanya obusiraamu n'ebitundu byaffe bisobole okuganyibwa mu umma.
2 omwezi guno gulimu ogwa Desemba, Kololo mu kisaawe ky'eggwanga eky'Kololo, ffenna Bannayuganda abasiraamu n'abatali basiraamu, mikwano gyaffe n'abagenyi ab'enjawulo okuva mawanga ag'enjawulo, mikwano gyaffe, mikwano gya His Eminence bajja kubeera nga batulegattako mu kujaguza olunaku olwo bulijjo okuba ebyafaayo olwa Uganda Muslim Council okuva yatandikibwawo, n'okutubuulira biki ebituukiddwako okuva yatandikibwawo, kusomooza ki kweyiseemu na biki ate ebiri mu maaso.
Obuwanguzi temuggwamu maanyi, mweyongere okunyweza Qur'ani. Kino kituuza empaka zikyajja endala ez'enjawulo, insha Allah zemujja atera okuyitibwamu nazo, oba oli awo ate atafuna ku mulundi guli ate yanaafuna ku guno biidhinillahi tabaraka wa taala. Abasomye mwenna musomye bulungi, tewali asomye bubi, mwenna musomye bulungi era mwekubire ku takbira ey'amaanyi. Allahu Akbar, la ilaha.
Action Aid Uganda has celebrated public servants for demonstrating exceptional integrity in their line of duty. The Citizens Integrity Awards, conceived by Action Aid and partners, civil society organizations, empowers Ugandan citizens to nominate individuals excelling in public service.
Among the awardees is Mafabi Asha Nabulo, the NRM woman representative, Sironko district. This growth underscores increasing citizen engagement in combating corruption and recognizing integrity.
I am extremely happy to be one of those who have won the award, and in the whole of Elgon region, I've been awarded as the best female politician and outstanding citizen. So I'm grateful for that. Many times when we do work, we always wonder if God sees what we're doing, if people appreciate what we're doing. Sometimes we sacrifice so much to a point whereby we even cry alone in the bedrooms, wondering if I could get an opportunity to access more resources so that I can be able to help more people than I can help right now. So this recognition shows me that I'm in the right step, I'm in the right path, and I'm taking each step at a time, and I will eventually get to the point whereby I have a lot of resources at my disposal so that I can be able to help as many people from the Elgon region as possible.
By combining robust monitoring practices with initiatives like the Integrity Award, Uganda is creating a culture of accountability and fostering trust in public service.
It's a very sad commentary on the state of our country that today corruption is the norm and integrity is the abnormal. The normal thing today is to steal, to lie, and to boast about the scale and the weight of our personal corruption. We boast in word and we boast in deed. Shamelessly, without any scintilla of guilt or remorse, we build humongous skyscrapers in the cities overnight and outrageous castles in our rural villages as a sign of our self-sufficiency.
Citizens have been encouraged to actively participate in shaping a transparent and equitable society by identifying good performers in public service.
You who is out there serving in public service, we feel it's a moment to draw inspiration and serve more diligently. Your efforts don't go unnoticed. I want to thank you and congratulations to all winners, and I want to thank very much the partners that ActionAid has worked with.
Sudat Kaye, UBC News.
African women leaders and academicians are attending the 5th High-Level African Forum on Women, Peace and Security in Addis Ababa, Ethiopia. The conference, which is the 5th in a row, aims at, among others, offering a platform for women leaders to examine progress and forge new strategies towards promoting peace and security on the African continent with women in the lead.
In 2020, the African Union Special Envoy on Women, Peace and Security inaugurated the annual Forum on Women, Peace and Security as a platform for policy dialogue, bringing together women leaders from across Africa to reflect, evaluate the progress, and recommend practical strategies to advance the agenda. As the forum marks 5 years this year, the former chairperson of the African Union Commission and the brainchild of the Women, Peace and Security Forum, Nkosazana Dlamini Zuma, has called on women leaders to do more and seek partnerships in order to push the agenda to another level.
We have the Pan-African Parliament, and we discussed this with the Pan-African Parliament, because the Pan-African Parliament has parliamentarians from all member states. And I think we should work with them so that they can take this matter to their national parliament so that it's integrated in the discussions of parliament.
Hosting the meeting is the current African Union Special Envoy on Women, Peace and Security, Her Excellence Benita Diop, who said women leaders should push beyond sitting at the table discussing peace and security to influencing decision-making.
Let me just, in addition to our work on advocacy and accountability, our other core area of focus is enhancing women leadership in peace process in the transformation of Africa.
The 5th High-Level African Forum on Women, Peace and Security, running under the theme recalibrating the women, peace and security agenda in Africa has attracted participants from far and wide, including those from outside the continent.
The WPS agenda must consider intersectionality, acknowledging that women's experiences are shaped by various factors such as age, ethnicity, socio-economic status, and disability. Tailoring programs to address these intersecting identities can lead to more inclusive and effective solutions that cater to the diverse needs of women in different contexts.
This forum is not a platform for discussion. It is space for a reimagining and recommitting. Let us draw strength from one another, sharing ideas and strategies that connect local initiatives to broader peace-building frameworks. Also in attendance is Uganda's former Vice President and the current member of the African Union High-Level Panel on Sudan, Dr. Specioza Wandira Kaziwe.
A unique way of mediation, which is not the way we are being pushed to do, and I'll say pushed to do, because all the parameters, all the protocols have been made by me. So I want to tell you that wherever you are doing the right thing, if it is not for personal gain.
The other highlight at the meeting was the recognition of persons that have contributed immensely to the realization of the aspirations of the Women, Peace and Security Forum. Dorcas Kimono, UBC News in Addis Ababa, Ethiopia.
Amazina ganje ninyetekwa Seruhanga John Bosco ninduga mu district ya Rukungiri njyo muhanguzi wa miliyoni 18 na Uganda National Rotary nzahangurire urwo mu kuzana star 278 hash ngafuna message eriko njyo muhanguzi nashemererwa konka nabaza kugira ngo nedi y'abafere sente ziriyo zona bakaziteka ko nazihangwira.
Uganda National Lottery. Dream, play, win.
Participants must be 18 years or older. Play responsibly. The Uganda National Lottery is operated by Ituba Uganda and regulated by the National Lotteries and Gaming Regulatory Board.
Do you need data collection services, data analysis and reporting, monitoring and evaluation systems? Then contact Mold Technologies, a professional research firm that has provided many organizations with timely research solutions for over 15 years. For more information, visit www.mt.co.ug or call us on 0704 913 399 or 0782 602 963. Visit our office in Kampala at Sayuni Complex in Tinda. Mood Technologies, your professional research firm.
The GGT Ghetto Got Talent Grand Finale we've all been waiting for is finally here. Join us this Saturday, December the 14th at 2 p.m. for the grand finale of the Ghetto Got Talent Star Search at the iconic UBC Auditorium in Kampala. This isn't just a talent show, it's a skill revolution of talent solutions. From the heart of the ghettos where dreams and skills are born, we are discovering and redefining talent as we tackle drug abuse, mental health, and empowering the next generation of game changers while fostering business and financial literacy. Kakati, who do you think will rise as the ultimate star of the first edition of GGT, the Ghetto Got Talent, by showcasing his or her Amanyi Gatalanta? Mark your calendar, Saturday, December the 14th, 2 p.m., UBC Auditorium. Be loud, be proud, and bring your energy. Let's make this a celebration of a lifetime. GGT Ghetto Got Talent is a concept of and organized by Brand Ambassadors 256 in proud partnership with
I Got a Talent. The world should see. Get us got talent. Get us got talent. Get us got talent. Get us got talent.
Poverty Alleviation Department recently visited Rushozi Model Village in Shema District, Western Uganda, to assess the performance of the project and distribute inputs to farmers. Among the items handed out were 300 beehives to 20 beneficiaries, each receiving 15. The items were delivered by officials from State House, led by the Western Region Coordinator of the Poverty Alleviation Department, Josephine Kichonjo, during an event at Rushozi Playground.
A total of 300 beehives provided by State House through the Poverty Alleviation Department have been distributed to the people of Rushozi Model Village in Shema District. On behalf of the head of department, Joan Kakwenzire, the Western Region Coordinator, Josephine Chichoncho, together with other officials from State House, delivered the inputs, urging beneficiaries to utilize them productively.
Beekeeping is not only an economic activity, but it's also a source of income and employment.
They are benefiting a lot. They have received goats, cows. Now they have received beehives. We hope that they will benefit from these beehives.
Caroline Kimbabazi, the Assistant Private Secretary to the President, emphasized that the government, through various projects, is committed to boosting people's livelihoods and encouraged the community to remain united to benefit more from government programs.
The President says, we encourage them not to work only for the stomach, to work for commercial and also get something to get money from it. So that's, as Poverty Alleviation Department, we are again promoting that President's message.
She also clarified the criteria for selecting beneficiaries, assuring the public that the program is not just for the wealthy.
One of the things that they consider most is the capability. Are you able to look after the cow we give you? Are you able to look after the beehives we are giving you? If you are not able to, we don't give you. So the selection normally is based in that area.
Stephen Katiromunda, the Speaker of Shema Municipality, applauded the government for its efforts in alleviating poverty and encouraged beneficiaries to take good care of the inputs they received.
Make sure they look after the beehives as they have been informed. They use them to alleviate poverty or to add on what they have.
Patrick Ayebazibwe, a beekeeper and trainer, offered advice on the procedures to follow in order to profit from apiculture farming.
To be strategic, you have a goal, you have a vision, you have where you want to be, so that your project can be sustainable and you can give out outputs.
Some of the beneficiaries expressed their gratitude to President Museveni for the support. A total of 900 beehives have been distributed by the Poverty Alleviation Department to 3 model villages across different districts in Western Uganda. I'm Nafka Farida and Andrew Sebida.
Brought to you by... Download the Wendy app from Google Play or App Store or dial *229#. Wendy Wanaoli.
"27 dolphin swimmers between the age of 10 and 18 have set off for Nairobi, where they will take part in the Kasarani Long Course Swimming Gala that is slated for the 6th to the 8th of December 2024.
We are going this weekend to participate in a variety of events, but it's a long course event which has got, with the course is twice this pool, and we are giving our swimmers an opportunity to go and see what they can do. We expect a lot of performance, but one of our major goals is to qualify for the national championship in Dubai, which will be next year in Feb. So most of our athletes are looking out for it. We expect to have very good performances, but also we also expect to give a very big challenge to the hosts. We are taking a contingent of about 30 swimmers, and they'll be participating in different events. We'll be having about 26 relays that we'll be participating in, and we'll have close to 200 individual events. That is in sum. However, our main target is basically competition, and some of those events we have a goal which we have to achieve, especially our best events. We want to be able to win and qualify for the Dubai Championship. But even where we are not winning, we want to create a very big challenge and see what we can do, but also use them as a recovery for the swimmers, because the main target is also having a feel of the long course. So the more events we do in a long course, it gives us more confidence to even perform better when we go to Dubai.
That brings us to the end of all we had for you tonight. Thank you so much for watching. My name is Michael Jordan Lukomwa, wishing you the best of the night. Bye-bye.
UBC, inspiring Uganda.